It's news time. Information is power. The current, the news headline. Yoruba group faults DSS over planned extradition of Sunday Igboho. A group championing actualization of Yoruba nation, Christian Ilana Omo-Oduah, has faulted the Department of State Services (DSS) over its plan to commence extradition process on Mr. Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Sunday Igboho. Daily Post gathered that the DSS had earlier claimed that it has commenced extradition process on Igboho, who is currently in police detention in Cotonou in the Benin Republic. Igboho's residence, the Oyo State capital, was invaded by DSS officials on Thursday, July 1, 2021, where it was reported that 2 people lost their lives during the attack, while some of his aides were arrested. Igboho, who was arrested on his way to Germany in Cotonou, later sued the DSS over the invasion of his house. The DSS, in its recent claim, said that it will soon extradite Igboho. The secret police on Tuesday added that the process of extraditing the Yoruba Nation agitator back to Nigeria was quite ongoing. But the Ilana Omo-Oduah, in its reaction, maintained that the DSS claims was an attempt to evade the cost awarded against the DSS by the courts for unlawful invasion of Igboho's residence. Spokesman for Ilana Omo-Oduah, Maxwell Adeleye, who addressed journalists on Wednesday in Ibadan, explained that the Nigerian government had not filed any extradition charge against Igboho. Adeleye, who spoke during the inauguration of Ilana Omo-Oduah Worldwide Elders Advisory Council, added that the federal government was plotting to evade damages and costs awarded against it by the courts of law. He said they do not want to pay the fine, and that is why they wanted to quash the judgment. Also, the appeal for stay of execution that was filed by DSS has not been granted by the court. The leader of the group, Professor Banji Akintoye, noted that the advisory council became important to liaise with traditional rulers and other stakeholders in order to achieve the self-determination struggle. We are ready to fight for the self-determination of Yoruba nation until we succeed. There are some things the elders can do that the youth cannot do. Of course, the youth are also key towards the realization of Yoruba nation through protest rallies, social media, and other, but they also need the elders to champion discourse, he said. And all this is geared towards the release of Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, whom the federal government of Nigeria had actually influenced the Benin Republic to arrest, for agitating for a breakaway from the country Nigeria to have a Yoruba nation of their own. The Nigerian government also alleged that Nnamdi Kanu took advantage of the October 2020 EndSARS protest to incite people to cause violence in the country. And Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB members and EndSARS protesters allegedly attacked and killed many security agents, 175 security personnel, and IPOB ESN, saying that the IPOB ESN actually killed 175 security personnel, comprising of 128 policemen, 37 military personnel, and 10 other security operatives, saying that they actually caused the destruction of the palace of Oba of Lagos, also the home of Governor Hope Uzodinma, burning of 150 buses at the Lagos bus terminal, alleged killing of prominent Nigerians, including killings of traditional leaders, and many likes offenses like that were said by the Attorney General of the Federation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu caused, and also that Sunday Igboho himself has link to all these happenings. And these the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and also of Sunday Igboho had actually said Aliyu, that is Aliyu, and that of Sunday Igboho, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, they have both said, quite synonymously, that all these are tactics from the federal government of Nigeria to further nail their clients, and therefore the Iwanize Indigbo and also some traditional rulers, just like the Ooni of Ife, has advised that the federal government will only be causing more chaos and more problems for the Nigerian, for Nigeria, until they come to a rational conclusion of a common dialogue. That is, there has to be dialogue to ensure that there is peace in the country. That through dialogue, that is the only way that peace can be restored to the regions of which these agitators have come from. That there is need for the federal government to have a roundtable discussion with these secessionist agitators and see ways of which they can bring about solution to the crisis going in the country. And there will be no need again for the 1 month sit-at-home threat by IPOB. Igboho Development Foundation, ADF spokesman Abia Onyeke said the self-determination struggle of the Igbo nation was the most progressive step in overcoming the present crisis, which has bedevilled the chaotic Nigerian Federation and suppression of the legitimate right of Igbo as a major ethnic nationality in Nigeria. On its part, IPOB had saluted the roles played by some persons and groups, culminating in the appearance of its leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on Thursday. The group hinted that it would not go into any form of negotiation without the unconditional release of its leader and a date fixed for Biafra referendum. IPOB's Media and Publicity Secretary, Ima Powerful, said those who play roles in producing Kanu in court had done Nigeria and DSS some great service, noting that they listened to wise counsel. And this was the news, of the IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, yet again, where the Southeast governors had actually, were actually appraised for their fresh moves to ensure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released from the detention of the DSS, who has actually kept him in their facility for quite a while now, where Justice Binta Nyako, who is the judge, had yet again adjourned the case to November 10th, 2021. The IPOB leader, which we know is facing trial for treasonable and seditious charges, was brought from Kenya down to Nigeria, and therefore it was gathered that several Igbo leaders had continued to push for a political solution to the issue so that it will not cause uprising chaos in the southeast region, especially Nigeria as a whole, where the one is Igbo, who happens to be the apex Igbo sociocultural organization, said that Kanu's appearance in court was actually a big win for them, because they had insisted that for the Igbos to be sure that he's ill and hearty and that nothing has happened to him and that he's alive, contrary to rumors, then the federal government have to ensure, because last time they did not bring him to court, they have to ensure that this time around they present Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at the court of law for that October 24, 2021, which they did produce Nnamdi Kanu, who looks healthy when brought to court, and therefore for that reason, the one is Igbo says that it was a big win for them because they were able to achieve what they had asked of the federal government to present Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And also the National Public Secretary of the group, which is Chief Alex Ogbonaya, has also